at the autopsy reports from that time period, and we looked at state death records. And this gave us a sense that definitely there were shootings, and it would not at all be outrageous to think that 11 people were shot during that time period.
How'd you get the records?
We had to sue Orleans Parish Coroner Frank Minyard for those records because he would not give them to us, even though Louisiana law says that he had to.
And again, the issue of why authorities did not bother to investigate any of these shootings.
What I was told by former NOPD sources and current NOPD sources is, look, everything was chaos. We were understaffed. Very few people were left in homicide when things returned to semi-normal after the storm. And we just moved on. We forgot about those cases from that time period, and we just dropped them. So basically everything from that time period, the crimes were forgotten.
You know, Democracy Now! Went down to New Orleans right after the hurricane, and we spent time with Malik Rahim, who you also interviewed in this documentary. And he brought us down the road from his house to a health center, and in the parking lot there was a dead body of an African-American man. I wanted to go back to this clip. It was quite astounding what happened. With an X, revealing the dead body underneath.
Now, his body been here for almost 2 weeks, 2 weeks tomorrow, all right, that this man body been laying here. And there's no reason for it. Look where we at. I mean, it's not flooded. There's no reason for them to be and left that body right here like this. I mean, that's just totally disrespect. You know, and I mean, 2 weeks, every day we ask them about come and pick it up. And they refuse to come and pick it up. And you can see it's literally decomposing right here, right out in the sun. Every day we sit up and we ask them about it. Because, I mean, this is closest you could get to tropical climate in America. And they won't do anything with it.
Malik, do you know who this person is?
No. But regardless of who it is, I wouldn't care if it's Saddam Hussein or Bin Laden. Nobody deserves to be left here. And the kids pass by here and they're seeing it. I mean, the elderly, this is what frightened a lot of people into leaving. We don't know if he's a victim of vigilantes or what, but that's all we know is that his body had been allowed to remain out here for over 2 weeks.
We're standing right outside the health clinic. Its doors are chained. The building is not seriously damaged. No. Have you reached people there? What authorities have you talked to pick up this body?
We're going to talk to everyone from the Army to the New Orleans police to the state troopers to, I mean, we're going to talk to everybody who we can. I even talked to Oliver Thomas, who was the councilman at large yesterday, about this body. He said he was surprised to see that this body is still there. But it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks that this man been just laying here.
As Malik Rahim was speaking, as if on cue, every level of authority he mentioned drove by. There's a dead body right here. Who are you with?
We're with Bravo 15.
Which is?
The CAV.
Army?
Army, yes, regular Army.
There's a dead body right here. Can you guys pick it up?
I don't think we can pick it up, but we can call the local authorities to come and pick it up.
This gentleman who lives in the neighborhood said that they have been trying to get... Here, let me ask these guys, too. Excuse me. Excuse me? Hi. There's a dead body right here. Can Louisiana State Troopers, can you pick it up?
You need to talk to our public information officer, ma'am.
It's been here for 2 weeks. We filmed it last week, and the gentleman over here said he's been trying to get it picked up for 2 weeks, and Louisiana State Troopers, the police, the Army, no one has responded. We're looking right over at it right there.
You need to talk to our public information officer and contact them at the troop.
Your name is?
You need to talk to our public information officer.
Do you know about the body?
You need to talk to our public information officer.
Sir, do you know about the body over there?
Oh, ma'am, you talk with our public information officer.
Do you know what they should do to get this body removed?
I have no idea. I can't tell you. I don't know. There's been several people over here looking at it. was Homeland Security that just went by. Sir, what?
There's been several people over here looking at it, but, you know, like I said, I haven't seen anybody take it.
Several Army guys?
Army, I've seen police over here looking at it, I've seen ambulances looking at it. That's about it.
That was just a few weeks after the hurricane in 2005. A.C. Thompson, in your piece, Katrina's Hidden Race War, talk more about the investigation and where it stands today.
You know, my investigation is ongoing. People are contacting me. People from Homeland Security, African-American residents of New Orleans, people are contacting me, and I'm going to continue to follow the story. As for the official investigation, there is none, and there has been none. And that's one of the most troubling things to me, is when you have the doctor who says, yeah, we had all kinds of shootings. When you have Donnell who says, who told me, I went and tried to make a police report. I went and tried to see if the police did anything, and they hadn't done anything, and they didn't take a police report. When you have people like Malik Rahim, who has been publicly saying for 3 years now, hey, this happened and someone needs to investigate, what's kind of just flabbergasting to me is that people know this story is out. In New Orleans, this story is circulating, and there has been no investigation. And
especially in light of all of those early press reports about the looting and the violence that supposedly was occurring among the hurricane victims, to see that these actual murders have gone uninvestigated or almost unreported, except for your work, is astounding.
You know, it really is a thing where when I spoke to the vigilantes, they said we were listening to the TV, we were listening to the radio, and there were these reports, some of them coming from then Chief of Police Eddie Compass and Mayor Ray Nagin, about how chaotic things were. So we were scared, we were fearful. We thought, one said, we thought we were doomed. Another one said, the people coming across to our neighborhood, I considered them hoodlums from the lower Ninth Ward. And so I think partially what you had was a climate of fear stoked by the media and stoked by public officials who were basically spreading rumors. And then you had a neighborhood that tried to barricade itself and turn itself into a little garrison community.
Tell us about the man whose dead body was burned, perhaps by the police, not clear. Tell us that situation.
You know, this story is one that really shocked me. I've been reporting on crime for more than 10 years, and this I found incredibly shocking. This is a story of Henry Glover. Henry Glover is a guy who, shortly after the storm in the Algiers neighborhood, was shot by an unknown assailant. He was rescued by a Good Samaritan who drove him to a public school where the police had set up camp and had basically a staging facility, and he thought, the Good Samaritan did, that the police would be able to help this man who desperately needed medical help. What happened, according to 2 witnesses who were there at the scene, is that the police, in fact, did nothing. They handcuffed the Good Samaritan and physically attacked him and left the man who was wounded to bleed to death. This is what 2 witnesses have told me. Later, after the man was dead and bled to death in the backseat of this car, the car was confiscated by the police, and the next time we know about what happened to the car is it's behind the police station and burned up with the man's burnt body in the back, reduced to nothing but bones and clumps of meat and ashes. And there has been no investigation. There's an autopsy that says clearly this man was burned up, which is suspicious and unusual, and nothing has happened. His family has gotten no information from the police, and the police haven't bothered to talk to his family and say, what do you know about the last moments of Henry Glover's life?
What do you hope to know, Harrington, at this point? Do you hope to see any kind of justice? Are you pursuing those that shot you through the criminal justice system?
Yeah, of course. Of course, I would like to see all those who participated in that horrible act of violence. I would like to see all those people be brought to justice.
A.C. Thompson, what do you think it'll take?
You know, this is the kind of thing that there are many, many people who can investigate. The local DA, the local police, the state attorney general, the federal authorities. If the public demands that the authorities actually take a look at this it may well happen, but it's going to take the public pushing the authorities to do something.
I want to thank you both for being with us. A.C. Thompson, investigative reporter. His piece is called Katrina's Hidden Race War. And Donnell Harrington, New Orleans resident, who nearly died on September 1st, 2005, not because of Hurricane Katrina, but because he was shot by white vigilante in Algiers Point. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. Back in a minute.